Britain couldn't be more divided. And we've spoke about civil unrest, civil war has begun, could be coming. And I think it is here. The divide is bigger than ever. And you've got people picking sides, thinking other people are on their side when they're not. The Aston Villa and the Maccabi Tel Aviv game went on last night and it just turned Birmingham into a war zone. It wasn't about football. It was about causing chaos. It was about getting their religious and political and ideological agenda across when it should have just been about the football game. And we've also seen two-tier policing. I'm going to show you quite a few videos today, but the first one I'm going to show you is 3 Palestine supporters shouting death, death to the IDF. Nothing was done about it. No arrests were made. They were just left and allowed to carry on chanting such horrific slogans towards a certain group of people. Check this out. Let's make it a bit bigger actually. Have a look at this.
Palestine will be free! Stand, stand, IDF! Stand, stand, IDF! Stand, stand, IDF! Stand, stand, IDF!
As you can see, they're waving their Palestine flags there. He hasn't even got his face covered, so at least he's showing a bit of courage. But is this guy going to be arrested? Is he going to be charged for hate speech and a hate crime? Because that's what we see happening to a lot of people who say stuff about the other side. And then if you head over to X, I need to find a video. You've got this lady here.
Just on them, they have to pick of you, okay? I'm from Israel.
So as you can see, she is waving the Israel flag, which makes sense because you've got an Israeli team versus a British team. So she's showing her support for Israel and the away team. So fair play to her. I find the video. I can't seem to find it again, but I did find a video that was circling around social media where this brave young woman was waving her flag towards the protesters who are waving Palestine flags, Pakistani flags and other flags and shouting horrible chants. And it was this woman that was taken away by the police because she could cause hate and distress to certain people for waving this flag at a football game. That was an English team versus an Israeli team. And it was this woman that was taken away. It's absolutely shocking scenes last night. Let's have a look at a little bit more. And then you've got the good old Aston Villa fans. Check this out. What people might tell you that these are far-right extremists counter-protesting the pro-Palestine protesters. No, what actually happened was the pro-Palestine protesters turned up not for the football game but to get their agenda across. And this is the Villa fans chanting for Villa, okay, supporting their football team. They're not there for any agenda. They're not there trying to cause hatred, trying to cause violence, trying to stir anything up. They're just there trying to support their football team. And it actually annoyed the pro-Palestine supporters because a lot of them are from Birmingham and they thought the Villa fans were going to be on their side. No, they don't want any of this at the football games. They just want to support their football team. They don't want any of this in the UK. They just want to get on with their life. Here's more scenes. Check this out. I'll just play that again for you just to show you something. Look. Let's stop it there. Look. Let's make that bigger. These aren't far-right extremists. These are just Villa fans who want to be proud of their country. You can see them they're wearing their Villa scarves and their other sort of football tops, and you can see them cutting about. These are just guys who love being British, love their country, and just want to watch a football game. They don't want mass protests, they don't want violence, they just want to get on with their day. And this is the massive divide that we're seeing in the UK. And we've got a lot of people, these pro-Palestine supporters, stop the racism, okay, those guys on the left that thinking people are supporting what they're doing, you know, want them to carry on with their protests, bring a halt to everyday life. No, they don't. They want to get on with their day. They just want to be proud of who they are, and they just want to support their football teams. Then we've got this one. Once again, this is a football game. You should be chanting Villa chants, supporting your football team. No, what have we got?
They're now shouting Allahu Akbar.
Look at this guy here. You can just see he wants to try and get, you know, into a scrap, to cause violence and try and get the other side arrested. Shouting Allahu Akbar, as we know with what happens in a lot of terror situations, is what they shout just before, just after they commit an offence.
Inciting violence. Inciting violence. Getting told off by his community.
Getting mad over there.
We got a lefty over here trying to...
Look at them. This isn't a peaceful protest. This isn't about a football team coming in. They're trying to get their agenda across. They're trying to create division, trying to break that unity. Look at them. Look at them screaming and shouting at the Villa fans and any sort of Israeli supporters. Trying to drag them in, trying to incite violence.
I don't think the football guys like you, lot. I don't think the football like you,
Absolute shocking scenes that are happening across Britain at the minute. Absolutely shocking. Just absolutely crazy. And the divide is bigger than ever. And it's only going to get worse as this carries on. You know, if the police don't do anything about it, let's have a look at this one. Let's see what this one's doing. Let's have a look. I'll bring this up for you.
Every match that the barbaric Israeli establishment or their teams are at, we will be at. Takbir! Every match that the barbaric Israeli establishment or their teams are at, we will be at. Takbir!
So I mean, just they're saying they're going to go to every football game, okay? And every football game that they're going to attend, okay? So they're going to bring funding away from the police, because the police officers are going to have to attend all these games. It's going to take essential police officers and funding away from actually stopping real crimes, from protecting the people. They're going to cause havoc and chaos no matter where they go. This is meant to be peaceful, but it's not peaceful, is it? This is not how we do things in the UK. Just let people play football games. Yes, you have a little bit of hooliganism. You've got the ultras and you've got the firms that go up against each other. They're just supporting their teams. That's just what happens. You know, but no one's talking about what happened on the 7th of October a couple of years ago. No one's talking about that people want to, you know, rid the world of Jews. It's all about just pushing a certain agenda. And they go on about how they're peaceful. Nothing about this has been peaceful. If you look at all the scenes from the Aston Villa game last night and the previous night before that, as it was mounting up, there was nothing peaceful about it. There's nothing peaceful about putting signs up across the city saying certain groups of people are not welcome into that city. But everyone has to accept them. But it's all about unity, and if you create division even more, then that's when it gets worse, and that's when war comes about. Right? They don't want people to be united. They want to get their own agenda across. Absolutely shocking scenes, and it doesn't matter. You can look all across X, you can look across Instagram, social media, just chaotic scenes. in Birmingham. Let's see what else we can find. It's honestly, it's not about, it's not about a football game. It's not about, you know, being united. It's about ridding the world of a certain group of people. Have a look at this. Here we go, look. This is what the police were having to deal with in Birmingham.
To the people asking if that's fireworks, yeah? Please, honestly, please.
Shocking, shocking. We're meant to be living in a democracy. Absolutely shocking scenes, but that's where we're currently at. That is the state of Britain right now, where a certain group of people can chant certain chants that are aggressive, that incite violence, that incite death to a certain group of people, and nothing gets done about it. And this is not how Britain is meant to operate. How is it a young woman flying an Israeli flag can be taken away by the police because it could cause hate and distress to someone? Honestly, the UK is on a downhill spiral. And we need to stay united. We need to stay peaceful. We need to keep getting the message across. As you've just seen there, they think they're winning, but you watch the Villa fans chant back to them, show their support for Britain, show that they are proud to be British and they're there just for a football game. And that's how we need to remain united. But just absolutely shocks me with the way the police are dealing with this. You can be sent to prison for saying some hurty words on social media, but you can chant death, death to the IDF and you can get away with it. That's not the Britain we once knew. That's not the Britain, you know, people fought for. And hopefully we can change this and bring this all back. But absolutely shocking scenes in Birmingham. It's meant to be about a football game, not about getting your, you know, your political, ideological, your religious agenda across. That's not what a football game's for. Anyway, do comment below what your thoughts on this. Be very interested to hear what you've got to say. You know, stay strong, stay united, keep getting the message across. We don't condone violence on this channel, but, you know, we do, you know, be proud about being British, being proud about who you are. Well, no matter where you come from, who you are, just be proud to be British and keep getting that message across. Thanks for watching.